Good evening and welcome to today's edition of Prime Business. I am Emma Davis. A look at our stories. Association of Oil Marketing Companies has revealed that it could be hit by fuel shortage as it is currently relying on stock at its service stations. This is coming after the strike by the unionized tanker drivers enters into its second day today. Chief Executive of the association, Dr. Revison Opon, tells Joy Business although the situation is getting serious, they are committed to working to resolve the issue.
Managing. We're not managing anything. There's no movement. So as it stands, my members are selling products that they have in tank till everything is drawn down. Then there'll be no flow in the market. Sure. And, there have been issues that we are aware of, and we have been dealing with it. With the regulators and stakeholders, including TUC, because there are remuneration issues here. It is a matter of fact that there is a factor of the UPPF that should go to the tanker drivers and mates. We are aware, and my members are aware. The issue here has to do with three levers. Okay, so some drivers are not paid at all, as I understand, or not paid on time. And this has been an issue after engaging some of the drivers. And this is due to some of some of my members who own these tanker owners who will not be able to pay their drivers. Some drivers are also complaining that they receive less remuneration from their owners due to the volumes that they deliver per month. Some drivers are also not receiving pension and stint benefits, so they are calling upon NPA to intervene. But let me say that the UPPA actually takes care of all this. And in my earlier on interview with one of your colleagues, I was surprised to hear that the tanker drivers are pointing fingers on NPA. And I believe that's the wrong direction. Why do you want to point finger on NPA who has already given your quota in the UPPF, which is given to your respective bosses? The payment of your salary lies on the pay-view of your boss. NPA has given a quota that works for you. And like I was saying, we have been engaging. And as a matter of fact, last week, Tuesday, I sent a letter to the Tanker Owners Union and asking them for a meeting this week. And actually, we are meeting tomorrow. To have this same issue. So it's not as if we are sleeping. There have been engagement with TUC and there have been engagement with all my members. I understand the fact that some of my members owe you, and I also understand that I also need to understand that some of my members also own trucks and they have drivers who they pay salary staff. So it's not easy to compensate on a leverage that based on your low volume that you pick, I should come and pay you from my number of times that I lit.
Meanwhile, members of the Ghana National Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union in the Ashanti region have also put the activities on hold to demand improved conditions of service.
The long-standing demand for approval of the wage enhancement policy framework by the tanker drivers continued to elude the NPA board since November 2023. The dissatisfied tanker drivers have voiced their concern over the delay in approving the proposed framework, leading to the declaration of a sit-down strike. According to the union, despite a numerous attempts to secure its approval, the board remains hesitant to make a decision, much to the disappointment of the drivers. Sampia Edmond Baba is chairman of the union.
We've been waiting all this while just because of one or two administrative bottlenecks that has been created by some particular OMCs. We have some OMCs who are transporters and oil marketing companies at the same time, and so they have their own drivers too. Now, I don't know what is actually happening. In the normal circumstances, it is the MPA board that is supposed to sign that document so that it will start off. But because of this, what do we call it, skirmishes between those OMCs and the MPA, the whole thing has not been able to materialize. We've waited, we've been to meetings upon meetings with them on several occasions. We've written letters. As I talk to you, I've got some letters on this phone. We wrote so many letters. I think last month we wrote a letter to the presidency, and later on we wrote another letter to the various stakeholders. But up to now, we've not heard anything. And I think last 2 weeks we gave them an ultimatum that if by the end of that 2 weeks they don't do it, they don't start, we'll go on strike. That is why we are now here.
He says the union is unwilling to call off the strike until the said agreement is endorsed by the NPA.
We are talking about the NPA board not signing the document so that it will kickstart. That is where the whole thing, where the government comes in here. But in actual fact, the NPA board, according to what we have also heard, is that some OMC transporters are threatening to send them to court. One group of people to come out and say they are threatening as fine. You can threaten us, but we won't also go to work.
Some drivers also shared their dissatisfaction with the NPA.
Away from strike-related issues, former Railway Minister Joe Gate has been nominated by President Akufo-Addo to chair the reconstituted board of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Inaugurating the 9-member board today, Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam charged the members to help improve tax collections. George Yafe has the rest of the story.
Notable members on the 9-member board include Second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Elsie Adoawaji, Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Michael Ochibefi, and the Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Julia Isiam. The new board chairman of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Joe Gate, promised to help improve collections as this major priority.
I don't think any single member of the board is afraid of the challenges that we face. And this is not the first difficult job I've done, and with the experience of the people on the board, we'll do our best, our very best, and we'll leave the rest to God.
Do you think that we are taking over at a very interesting and a very, very challenging times? What are you also going to do to calm the waters?
The first thing I bring on board is myself. I'm a camper. People of Ghana know that I've occupied public positions for a long time, and I'm not the type who engage in a lot of noise. We bottle down and start working. Your work must speak for you. We are going to our first board meeting today. From here, we are going to a board meeting. We recognize the task ahead, and we will work hard, and we'll continue engaging with the public. Luckily, quite a number of us have been in the private sector for a while. We know the allegations that are made from people about the alleged harassment and so on. I also know as a fact that the people in GRA are trying to meet targets. Development comes with tax. So it's the balance. And we'll be counting on people like you to preach the story that yes, we must be business friendly, but we must also pay our tax. So our government can deliver what it must deliver to the people.
The Finance Minister, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, reminded the board members that they are coming at a time that more needs to be done to improve tax collections to aid in the recovery of the economy.
This year, GRA is supposed to collect about 146 billion cedis. And so I charge the board to ensure that we meet the target. Even if we exceed the target, the better for us. But I've also drawn attention to the fact that our medium term target is to achieve a tax to GDP ratio of about 18 to 20%. And therefore, they need to put in measures and to bring efficiency to bear in their operation to ensure that we reach that target. Because that is the level that really will show that we are indeed a middle income economy. And we can then undertake projects that is expected of a middle income economy to bring development to our people. But whilst I talk about revenue, and I charge them to increase revenue, I'm also not oblivious of the fact that there are challenges associated with staffing, but also conditions of service for staff. And therefore the welfare of the staff is of paramount importance.
The Ghana Revenue Authority Board is being reconstituted after the former chairman, Dr. Tinjesi, resigned from the board.
Development Bank Ghana says it will be leveraging technology to de-risk the financial sector to make access to finance easier and more cost-effective to small and medium enterprises. According to the bank, it is imperative to make the financial sector more conducive and attractive for SMEs. Board Chairman of DBG, Dr. Yao Ansu, stated that the bank will be keen on supporting startups in the technology space.
I think that partnership will help. I mean, we are very much interested in the risk, using technology to de-risk the financial sector, make it easier for small and medium enterprises and startups and stuff to be able to access financing without a lot of hassle, in a way that's fast and quick, that doesn't prolong too much, and in a way that's also cost effective, that allows them to, I mean, there are two aspects: the financial sector to make it more efficient for things to move smoothly, and also we as DBU are very much interested in supporting startups, technology. I mean, if you were, I don't know whether you attended the conference and the innovative center. I mean, I was really blown away by the number of young Ghanaian youth, the enterprises and the kind of stuff that they're doing. You know, there's a number of Ghanaian companies that are doing a lot of interesting stuff that really need support. And I think this is something that we hope going forward we'll be able to, working with our participating financial institution, PFIs, help support the ones with the potential. So there will be the tech side, startup side, and also leveraging technology to make sure that the lending business and de-risking is also done right.
To some other stories, Deputy Minister for Education, Kingsley Nyako, has stressed the need to grow Ghana's digital economy to create more jobs for the teeming youth. According to him, improving the competency of Ghana's skilled workforce is critical to growing a digital economy that businesses can take advantage of.
The Industry Engagement Forum focused on fostering collaborative pathways for digital transformation in Ghana. At the forum, Deputy Minister of Education, Kingsley Nyako, said the contribution of the digital economy to Ghana's development is critical, hence the need to improve the skills of the labor force in the sector.
We need to step up our efforts with improved levels of collaboration and expertise of educators, industry leaders, and policy makers. We need to create a skilled workforce that is equipped to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution. And we are cognizant of the challenges that lie ahead, and as such, we must forever ensure that our labor market is agile, adaptable, and responsive to the needs of industry and society.
Country Director of the MasterCard Foundation called for collaborative efforts that will enable innovation and investment into the digital ecosystem.
The Foundation acknowledges that technologies such as artificial intelligence and the fourth industrial revolution will shape and play a key role as we advance towards our 2030 ambition. These are already redefining industries, empowering individuals, and driving economic growth and social progress. I am proud that Ghana, with its vibrant economy, tech-savvy, youthful population, and forward-looking government, is uniquely positioned to become a beacon of innovation and a hub for AI and the fourth industrial revolution development in Africa. By harnessing the power of these technologies, we can unlock new opportunities for the citizens of this great nation, especially young people, who are the center of what the Foundation is committed to do in Ghana. However, achieving this requires a collaborative and strategic approach. It demands partnerships between government, academia, industry, and civil society.
Industry Immersion Africa aims to enhance the employability of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics graduates.
The Association of Ghana Industries, in collaboration with GIZ, has launched a 400,000 euro project to boost the capacity of SMEs to ensure their scalability. The African SME Network for Exchange and Trade project will provide machinery and technical support for selected SMEs to boost efficiency and increase production. There's more in this report.
SMEs in Ghana face a $4.8 billion funding gap, with SMEs accounting for about 70% of Ghana's GDP. The growth of the sector will greatly boost the socio-economic development of the country. Frantic efforts such as the African SME Network for Exchange and Trade, which is a collaboration between the German government and the Association of Ghana Industries, seeks to increase the production capacity and export readiness of small and medium enterprises in Ghana. The project, which will provide equipment and machinery supports for SMEs, catered for 65 small and medium enterprises in its first phase. Chief Executive of AGI, Seth Chumakwabwa, spoke at the launch of the African SME Network for Exchange and Trade.
We did the first phase, which involved about 65 enterprises. We provided them with basic equipment and machinery. And the enterprises that got it have actually upscaled and have created more jobs. So we went to the second phase and we've gone through the same process, and today we've selected about 55 companies that are also going to benefit in this phase. It's all experimenting the concept of deploying resources to the SMEs without necessarily giving direct funding, physical cash to the enterprises, but then helping them through equipment purchase and then also machinery to be able to augment and upscale their projects.
President of AGI, Dr. Humphrey Eyim Dake, highlighted the technical support the project offers.
Access and cost of funding is currently expensive, and it's always been the case. So when an SME seeks to scale up, such investments in capex technically are sunk costs, and therefore it takes time to recoup over the period. And therefore, if you go for high cost of funding or to invest, it can be challenging, and it could be challenging for you to break even. And therefore, if you get a partnership with an institution like GIZ, advancing funding to purchase those capex or those equipment that needs time to give you the ROI that you need, it's amazing. And this is what we think we'll be asking government and we're asking other DIs to partner us to do.
Projects lead for Invest for Jobs at GIZ, John Duty, is hopeful that targeted funding will unlock the potential of Ghana's SME sector and create jobs.
Decent jobs at the end of the day. We want the SMEs to grow, and we're talking about growth-oriented SMEs. We have millions of SMEs in Ghana, but we categorize them. We have the growth-oriented ones, those who've made moves, those who need just a little support to get over the edge. So we hope that they would expand, access markets both locally and internationally, and by so doing sell good quality products and decent incomes, expand, and by so doing employ more.
The second phase of the program will support about 50 SMEs.
On that note, we end Prime Business tonight. I am Emma Davis. For more business news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. I leave you with international business.